Morning to you.
Good morning.
Midland, Texas, famous for oil production and shale as well. Yuma, Arizona has got the largest solar plant in America, so that makes it an interesting comparison.
Yeah, I think there may be more to it than just that, because in Texas, we have kind of an all-of-the-above energy policy when we're the #1 wind energy producing state in the nation.
Yeah, build a windmill, go ahead, pay for it.
And we do, and that's basically how we have addressed this. Obviously, the George Mitchell and the fracking phenomena that has been going on for 4 or 5 years has been exceptionally good for the state of Texas, but it's also helped places like Pennsylvania, the Bakken up in Dakota, and it could help in New York. It could help in California, but those folks have made the decision to not do that type of work in their states, and that's their right. But the fact is, it's one of those things that the citizens are going to have to decide themselves if they want to see that type of economic assistance from the oil and gas industry.
So, Governor, what you're talking about is, if success leaves clues, Texas has some clues to offer, right? And all the above strategy is a recruiting of businesses, zero tax in the state attracts people who want to be part of the economy.
We've been doing this now for 12-plus years from the standpoint. It's not theory anymore. You know, there were folks who said, well, if you pass that tort reform law, this is going to happen. You're going to lose the ability for people to get good health care. Well, just the opposite's happened in the state of Texas since the decade ago that we passed sweeping tort reform. Over 30,000 doctors licensed to practice medicine, a lot of access to health care in the state of Texas. Our tax structure, regulatory climate that's fair and predictable, a legal system that doesn't allow for
What are you
oversuing.
doing for your uninsured? Because that was during the debates, that's what the other Republicans were going after you for.
Yeah, well, listen, the health care is about access. It's not about, in Texas, we think it's good for people to have access to health care. We don't think it's right for government to force you to buy insurance whether you want it or not. And that's what this issue really boils down to. Texas Medical Center in Houston, more doctors, nurses, physicians, scientists go to work there every day than any other place in the world. We've got fabulous health care across the state of Texas. People have access to it. That's the real issue. There are doctors along the Grand Valley today giving health care to pregnant females where they were having to drive, the females were having to drive miles to another county to get that type of health care prior to our tort reform. So the issue from my perspective, and I think it's the right one for the people of the state of Texas, if you want to force all of your citizens in your state to have insurance, that's your call. But don't one size fits all from Washington, D.C. Everybody is going to act this way.
Sure.
Everybody is going to accept these programs. Let the 50 states be laboratories of innovation, and people will pick and choose as they're doing. They're voting with their feet today, and they're coming to Texas.
They are.
And, Governor, what takes you away from the great state of Texas and brings you to New York?
Well, obviously, you fish where the fish are, as I'm apt to say, and there's lots of fish here from the standpoint of individuals who are overtaxed, overregulated, and overlitigated. And we're just saying, hey, if you'd like to live in a different environment, keep more of what you work for, state of Texas is available.
Are you sure you want New Yorkers to move to Texas?
You know what? There's some great New Yorkers. I mean, when you think about this city and the folks that are here. And Hannity, he's always talking about that he's going to come to Texas, so I gave him that shot one more time yesterday.
We won't let him leave Long Island. Sorry, we're keeping him here.
After New York, you're going on to New Hampshire and South Carolina. Hey, wait a minute. Those are places where...
Actually, I'm going to Washington, D.C. tomorrow, so...
That's the nation's capital.
Yeah.
But what about those other places where they start the caucuses and the primaries?
We spend a good bit of time in Iowa, in particular. Terry Branstad's got a race up there. My focus is on 2014, helping these governors who are doing a great job in red states, putting red state policies in. Rick Scott, I've been into Florida a number of times for Rick, who's doing a fabulous job of getting that economy back on track. So we'll be helping governors in those states that have competition, and obviously in the United States Senate races as well.
Well, what about 2 years from now? Will we see your hat in the ring?
You'll see me around somewhere. I don't know yet exactly on what role.
But with boots and without the boots and with glasses.
Yeah.
Two things that changed in without
I had
the
some life changes. It's enjoy your youth.
But, Governor, did running last time make you want to run again more or less?
I don't know if it had. I learned a lot. I mean, it was one of the most humbling experiences I ever had. You know, I had major back surgery 6 weeks before the election kicked off, and I will suggest if you decide to run, don't have major back surgery right before the campaign starts. You're probably not going to perform too well.
I understand. They've got all those vertebrae. They need to be aligned.
They do painlessly. Well, it's been great to have you here.